I'd like to call the meeting to order. Roll call.
Ms. Nyman.
Here.
Mrs. Scott.
Here.
Mr. Brad Updegrove.
Here.
Mr. Roger Updegrove.
Here.
Mr. Zawada.
Here.
Mr. Brophy.
Here.
Ms. Deeroff.
Present.
Mrs. Kratz.
Here.
Mr. Panarello.
Here.
All present.
If we could all rise for a pledge of allegiance and a moment of silence. The board met for an executive session on Tuesday, July 16th. Prior to the meeting, topic was personnel. The session lasted approximately 30 minutes. Public comment period, 1, and no one is signed up.
Under the superintendent's report, the first item is the creation of a new position, student support liaison. We are looking for the board of school directors to approve the creation of a new position, student support liaison as presented.
A lot of seconds.
Ms. Nyman.
I'm going to abstain because I only got this information yesterday, and after, I need more time than that. The board, everybody on the board had this information Thursday already, so.
Mrs. Scott.
Yes.
Mr. Brad Updegrove.
Yes.
Mr. Roger Updegrove.
Yes.
Mr. Zawada.
Yes.
Mr. Brophy.
No.
Ms. Deeroff.
Once our scores get a little higher, maybe, but not right now. We're top-heavy now at the high school.
Mrs. Kratz.
Yes.
Mr. Panarello.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Next, we're looking for the board of school directors to approve the personnel agenda items as presented. Mr. Hahn, did you have anything that you wanted to elaborate on within the agenda?
I do want to recognize Mr. Blair Hauk. He is our new health and PE teacher at the high school, so we're very happy to have him coming from Phoenixville.
We also have Officer Bohm out there in the audience with, you may not have recognized him since he's, a little light in gear on him, but he will be taking over as our, we'll just say, chief of police. He'll be replacing Officer Perez and his position. So looking forward to that. Thank you. Motion. First, did you first?
I'll first.
There's a lot of seconds.
Okay.
Discussion.
Just a question on Officer Bohm. Is he going to be staying at West, or is he moving to East?
That's up to Officer Bohm. I don't think that was there that discussion, Mr. Hahn?
We had a preliminary discussion. We are in the process of interviewing for school police officer. So depending on who we hire in that role, depending on who the candidate is of choice, where they would fit best in the district, but we're ultimately going to leave that up to Officer Bohm.
I would just be concerned because he's already been over at West and has some connection there with the students.
This position actually travels throughout the district as needed as well. So it's really kind of setting up a home base and, yeah. So, either way.
Ms. Nyman.
Yes.
Mrs. Scott.
Yes.
Mr. Brad Updegrove.
Yes.
Mr. Roger Updegrove.
Yes.
Mr. Zawada.
Yes.
Mr. Brophy.
Yes.
Ms. Deeroff.
Yes.
Mrs.
Yes.
Kratz.
Yes.
Mr. Panarello.
Yes.
Motion carries.
It's public comment period number 2. No one is signed up, which leads us to board comment.
I just want to acknowledge that the Trey Ye Savage, was pick, first-round draft pick for the MLB. And we also have somebody else who went on on Cole. Yeah. Congratulations to those two. That's it.
As this is Mrs. Torsia's last public meeting, Mrs. Kramer, I did reach out to our board president and never got an answer, but I could not do without having something for Mrs. Torsia tonight.
A sweet cake for a sweet superintendent?
You have done a lot for me over the few years. So I could not go without that. And it is sad that board leadership did not do something better than this. I'm-
I could be received.
Yeah, but this is your last official board meeting,
Last meeting, you're right.
and something should have been done. So,
Anyhow, I will cut the cake and everybody can help themselves.
yes. And it's
Thank you.
the icing you like.
Yes,
I was given orders on that one.
there are some very specific directions when it comes to icing on cake.
There were two people that told me specifically what kind of icing I had to get for you. So,
Thank you very
so
much.
that is from me for all that you have done. Thank you.
very much. Can't have enough vanilla cake and vanilla icing.
It's
That's
half and half,
buttercream.
sorry.
That's okay, I'll only eat the vanilla side. Thank you.
Ms. Kraft?
I was going to say what Roger said. Congratulations to Trey Savage and Cole Hertzler. It was a crazy weekend, so it was nice to have something positive to celebrate. And we're really proud of them. And also, just publicly want to say thank you to Mrs. Torsia for leading us through some very difficult times. I've enjoyed getting to know you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mrs. Torsia, I hope you have a blast in your retirement, and I hope you don't run off and get a job somewhere. I
Not a chance.
just enjoy yourself. You've worked hard, and I know you went through a lot during those tough times, and I appreciate that about you. You hung in there. Thank you.
We did a great job, Mr. Brophy and Mr. Hemingway, when we were running through all of that in the beginning, yeah, it was fun, yeah.
Mr. Earl?
I had sent another email about AI. We had 3 meetings already canceled on the update on that. And finally, I think we might have another one scheduled unless somebody stops that one again. And the curriculum committee, I want to know, I think the state passed to have cursive writing again. At least I thought they did, and I want to know what the committee has come up with on that, if anything. Because we need to, school's going to be starting before we know it, and we need to be prepared. I'd like to know, too, who decides how many clubs we have. I would like to see some clubs, or whatever they would be called, to have the kids be able to attend those after school to catch up on some of their homework, like a tutoring club or whatever, rather than making ceramics. I also like to know what we're doing about the cell phones this year. I think that's on Harrisburg's minds also, but we don't have to wait till they get here. Let's set up something now. Also, the dress code has very much to be desired, and nobody is doing anything about that. And I think we need to take a big look at that and get that under control. And we got to face all these things when school starts, not after we're there a couple weeks. It got to be done in the beginning of the school. Once we're proficient, 46% in math, 57% in reading. Once we get those scores up, then we can go ahead and think of other things and do other things. But right now, whether it's a club or what it is, I want to see those scores increase. And I don't know what we're doing to get that done. I would like to know. And I have a question for administration. Are you recommending that we go ahead with the turf, that we have turf fields?
Are we recommending?
Is administration recommending, I'd never heard what administration thought of the turf fields. And I don't know if everybody's afraid to ask, but as you know me, I'm not afraid to ask. So my question is administration recommending that we go ahead with the turf fields?
Well, I can sit here and say what I would recommend, but my weight of opinion is not, really very strong considering I'm, done here. But do I believe that a turf field is a good or bad thing? I feel that it makes field hockey a much more competitive sport on that level of play for our girls. I don't see it anywhere else, the necessity of it necessarily, but I do feel that field hockey does deserve and, to be able to play and compete within their own school district on a field that is really promoted by, field hockey in a whole. Whether or not it was for football or not, I don't know. But as far as recommending it and asking the board to spend money on it, it's not my recommendation. It's not my job. Do I feel that turf, has a purpose within sports and athletics? Yeah, for some sports it does. I have a daughter who played soccer her whole life. She tore her ACL on grass. She tore her ACL on turf. Had to do with impact more than the surface. So it's not my recommendation, but I don't believe that, it's a bad thing for the field hockey team to be able to play and compete in their backyard.
Okay, I wasn't trying to put you on the spot, but usually administration recommends we do this or that. Not that we have to, I'm not saying that. And we got no recommendation whatsoever, so I appreciate that.
about turf.
Thank you. The other thing is, we're haven't been able to use a phone service, I believe, in almost every school. Right now, there was a tragic thing that happened. I personally have a lot of trouble with my phone and my internet right now. But, and maybe you did it, but could we, the board stopped getting all the information that was sent out to the parents. So we're kind of, at least I'm kind of caught off guard when people call me up and start screaming at me. Why can't I use a phone? The phones are out. It gets rings and rings, and we have no idea what's happening. I asked before that we get the same information the people on the board as a community gets, and it doesn't happen. However, if we could put something on the front of our website when tragedies, this to me is a tragedy, happens that says you can't use your phones, blah, 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 and we assign 3 different numbers, I don't care who it is, that would take calls from parents if there's a problem. 1 or 2 numbers, it doesn't matter. I'm not saying you gotta list a dozen of them. And they would be able to, if somebody has a problem with Earl, whatever number you're putting on there to call, they could get a hold of somebody at Earl, I'm sure. So I think that would be, I don't know why, I don't know what our communication person has done with, besides sending out the notices, but we gotta do a little bit better with the community, I think.
Do you want to comment? Or do you just want to make your comment and us just move
Well,
forward?
It's just a comment.
Okay.
I don't wanna, I'm not trying to tell anybody what to do, but I think we should do something. I guess I said enough. Oh, Boyertown Elementary, I wanna know, did we get the bids in yet for the heating system, or what we're gonna do there, if we figured that out? Like I said, school's gonna be starting before we know it. So has anything transpired with that fiasco we have there?
I have been in touch with Mr. Shield, and I believe, Mr. Stout, that's going to be on for the next board meeting to talk about that and discuss what's come in and what our plans are.
Thank you very much. That's it.
Well, Mrs. Dorsey, congratulations on your retirement. And also, leave some fish in the bay for everybody else, so there's other people that want to go out there. Congratulations, best wishes to you.
Congratulations. I think our time together was a little too short, so I was a bit upset when I heard the news, but that was a selfish upset. So I'm very happy for you, and good luck to you.
Yeah, we had our ups and downs, but a lot of ups lately, so I wish you nothing but the best. I know you're going to enjoy your retirement because you're heading right to the right spot, for sure. So for you and your husband, have a great retirement.
I forgot something. I forgot to wish great retirement, but I also wanted to ask who's gonna take Mr. Soltanic's piece of cake down?
I guess you are.
No, I don't want her to.
Nobody's going there, Mr. Sultanic. Nobody wants
We have your mailing address, right?
We can freeze your piece.
We'll save it for you in the freezer.
I don't want it, please, it's okay.
See, I don't forget.
I wanted to emulate what Roger, Mr. Updegrove, and Ms. Kratz said. It's a huge deal. Trey Savage going 20th overall in MLB draft to Toronto, and Cole Hertzler, and I got to see them both play when they were here in high school, and my kids played with them on teams, so it's pretty impressive, and those are great families if you know the Savages. Just super happy for them, excited. I also want to congratulate my own son, so selfishly I want to congratulate him. He was named first team all area for track with the Pottstown Mercury, so I'm proud of him. And lastly, obviously, but not least, I want to congratulate you on 30 years of service. Your leadership through the pandemic, through unprecedented times, and how you've always dealt with everyone on the board, a very divisive board, as you could see, with grace and just always treated everyone the same, and I always appreciated the way you were. So I just want to thank you and wish you the best. You had grace.
There's a Seinfeld episode for that.
So I appreciate it, and I really wish you the best.
Well, thank you. All right, and what, lunch, right, at the?
Oh, we got stuff lined up.
Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. It has, it was a fun time to come on board, 2020, for sure. Things that we didn't even know, what to do with, and not being a medical expert, we just tried to listen to the directive of most, and the job was just to keep school open, and we did our best to get kids in school and to continue to keep them there. So we just continued to bring them in, and we just charged the hill, right? So, but yeah, it was good. But I think you learned a lot and you persevered, and we found out that it's true, kids are resilient because they just continue to bounce back. But thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to something else. Exactly. So thank you. Oh, yeah. One more time, huh? Upcoming meeting dates will be Tuesday, August the 13th, the Committee of the Whole meeting here at the Ed Center, 7 o'clock, and August 27th, 7 o'clock will be your Board of School Directors meeting at the Ed Center as well. So, motion to adjourn.
Want to move?
I'll second.